Hello, Bill Shaka here. Welcome to another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Ladies and gentlemen, there is something that I bring up at my live sessions all the time that I always get a chuckle with, but it always has a level of stickiness to it. That is, there's a profound meaning that has this moral residue. Now, this is not my saying. I picked this up from a gentleman by the name of Sam Mates, who is a senior vice president for a company called Leadership Management Incorporated out of Waco, Texas. Sam and I go way, way back. I had a franchise with LMI for a number of years selling leadership and management processes and sales processes that they had. And I have the utmost respect for him. And he told me something that hit me like a psychological ton of bricks. I remembered it very well, and I have passed it on to countless individuals. And when I say countless individuals, I'm talking about at least in the six figures, over 100,000 people in my live and virtual sessions. And this is the saying that I would like you to consider. You are either green and growing, or you are ripe and rotting. Which is it? I want you to think back to when you were a child. Think of the way that you viewed life as an ever-opening flower, the wonderment, always trying to learn, always trying to absorb as much information as possible. When has that been beaten out of us? Or worse yet, when did we develop the egotistical barrier that said, I know enough? Well, I've got news for you. If that's the case, then we're ripe and rotting. Now, I don't know about you, but I always want to be green and growing. I will tell you how I do it. This is a personal perspective. I try to take these 5-minute motivators and do a lot of research on them online, but this is a personal perspective. And I can tell you every day I spend at least an hour in some type of reading or perusal of the internet or various books that I have, just going through them, looking for something of interest, and then moving that forward. And I try to spend an hour a day with it. I'm at the place in my life where I can do that. If I wanted to spend 2 hours a day with it, I probably could. How about you? You're either green and growing, or you're ripe and rotting. I'd like you to think about that as you go through your day. Are you willing to learn? Are you excited about learning? Do you constantly want to keep moving forward? You know, folks, there's no such thing as being stable. We are either rising or we are falling. There is no such thing as even. You're green and growing, or you're ripe and rotting. There is no stasis. Think about that. You're either green and growing, or ripe and rotting. What are you? Bill Shaka, thanking you for attending another edition of the 5-Minute Motivator. Looking forward to seeing you in the next.